So, sisters, let's begin.
Thank you, Sister Augusta. I see this was written before the catastrophic 2019 election. As of that time, they were still saying that Nigeria was sick. But you can see that, like Sister Mona said, and that's what we believe as daughters of truth. Nigeria is not even no more sick, it's dead. We are talking of the burial. But the question is, are we burying, do you want the burial to be in peace, or you want the burial in pieces? Sorry, please, am I coming out well?
Yes.
So we want to, like, we have read it, the memorandum, and we want to break it down to our people so that we can say it in the today, you know, the language that all of us understand. How was Nigeria killed? Because somebody will ask, when we say Nigeria is dead, we want to give you evidence. We don't want to just say, oh, Nigeria is dead. You agree with us by the time we finish. The January 15, 1966 coup and the July 29, 1960 counter coup brought the military to the arena of political power. What was supposed to be a federation, democracy, the military had to intervene. Now, May 27th, 1967, the military brought a permanent solution to a temporary problem. What did they do? They officially violated and toppled the original constitution of Nigeria. Nigeria was supposed to be a federation. They brought their own, swept away the autonomy of the 4 regions, divided them into 12 states, hijacked the assets and the rights of the regions of the people and the peoples. The central government of Nigeria took over the powers and responsibilities of the regional governments. Now, you see, the servants conquered the masters. The central government was supposed to be a creation of the regional governments. But now the central government has now conquered his masters. And since then, Nigeria came tumbling down. What are the symptoms of a failed state or a dead state? Introduction of Sharia in 12 core northern states in a secular country, a country that was supposed to be a secular one. They brought Sharia law and introduced it. That broke what we agreed on at independence, 1960. The massacre and the killings of citizens in Middle Belt, Southern Kaduna, and other parts of Nigeria. We're telling you the symptoms, what we see that you know that Nigeria has died, because a nation will not be killing her citizens. The gross insecurity everywhere you turn, that's not how a nation will be, ought to be. The pervasive corruption everywhere, the infrastructural decay, people are almost eating their children because of hunger. The 68 items that they put in the exclusive list, that wasn't how we agreed to get into independence. That was not the nation we thought of. The Ruga and the planting of Fulanis everywhere. Anywhere you turn, they carry them and deposit everywhere, changing the demography of the nation. You see, Nigeria has been defeated. They have killed Nigeria. They came, killed Nigeria. They kept, it is gone. Now, the one that will talk of karma, because we are calling on the churches since they were there collecting offering, tithes and offering. We are telling them they are there. They went to the forest and brought by themselves, brought a big snake that is inside there and said, come and rule us, because they want to do politics. Now, karma is on them. You see how God gave the name? Karma. Karma is on them. They're crying. I said, when the soul of the church was dying, what were you doing? Now they have your source of money.
Sister, what is the pastor of Redeemed Church? What's his name again? Adeboye. When Christians were being killed in Kaduna, he didn't show face. Suddenly there is Kama, C-A-M-A. Then he went to see the president. So is he advocating for the Christians that are being killed, or is he advocating for the fact that his franchise was
touched?
You know, when you touch them where he hurts, that's when they come out. So is he advocating that his franchise is about to be, they're supposed to tax him and get money from his franchise? That's why he had to go to see the president? Christians are being killed on a daily basis. He has not. The franchise.
That's one that concerns him now. They're the ones that pursued this snake and gave to us in the name of playing politics. Stay away from politics. Go and face your church. You want to play politics. You have now drowned all of us into trouble. Now karma is on you. You see how the word came. You see but it's karma. The fuel price twice in 1 month, they have increased fuel price. The one they said they will give us free of charge when they were coming in. In 1 month, they've increased. We are giving you symptoms. What you see to know that this nation is dead. It's no more sick, it's dead. Why are they increasing fuel? Because the Constitution will not allow you to refine fuel. The fuel that our brothers and sisters refined in Niger Delta. Even when Biafra was 3 years that Biafra existed, they refined fuel.
Locally refined fuel, and worked effectively then. And what's they refining fuel?
So what is the big deal about refining fuel?
What's the big deal?
No, but 1999 Constitution
will not let it happen.
Will not allow it to happen. Increased electricity bill. Look at what you're paying. Why is it like that? Because there's not even electricity. Electricity cannot be generated.
To start with.
But it's scarce. The commodity is scarce. That's why the tariff has to be increasing and going up. Very soon they'll go to China and say, China, come and give us lights. Why are they unable to generate electricity? 1999 Constitution. He put it in an exclusive list. It's only when Buhari sits down and wakes up and say, okay, I think I can give you people lights. You will not say, let's generate 20%. Because they want us to suffer.
Exactly.
Land Use Act. They took over all the lands in our land, took over everything, seized everything. Now the new one, Waterways Bill. They have taken the lands. They want to take the lands. Very soon, they want to take the waters. Very soon, they will take the sky. If you leave them, they will take the sky. All in the Constitution. It's that Constitution that empowers them to do us this way, to treat us as slaves in our own land. We can't eat, we can't drink, we can't even breathe. If you breathe too much, Fulani will come and kill you. Something is empowering them, and that is 1999 Constitution. So that is how Nigeria was killed. Nigeria is dead. Sister Mona, sorry, are you ready?
Yes. All right. So we're going to share some of these terms that we've been mentioning all morning long, just for you to have a better clarity as to what we are talking about and how it relates to the country called Nigeria. So let me bring up the PowerPoint so that we can get a better view of that. I don't know why the thing chose to start off here. Okay. All right. So we're going to start off with the Constitution, our federation, and the cross of agreements. So a union, a constitution is a union that was made. Actually, a union of constitution. I think I wrote this thing wrong. So the union of constitution.
No, you didn't write it wrong. That's a federation is a union of constitutions.
Okay.
We had 4 or 5 constitutions coming together. That's how we had the federation.
Right. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So a federation is a union of constitution that was made between 1957. We're talking about the Constitution of Nigeria now. Between 1957 and 1959. In 1960, at independence, we had 3 regions: the North, the East, and the West. Even though it later became 4, that was armed with their individual constitutions, which they agreed to come together and form a single political union. This took place in Lancaster House Conference in 1959. So in this constitution, there was an agreement to maintain a high degree of regional autonomy. There was also an agreement that the federating region would own and control their assets and contribute about 15% of their income towards the central government. Of course, this makes the center, the federal government, to be the creation of the region, to be a collective, just to serve a collective needs, so that every region will remain autonomous. So there was also an agreement that the new nation would be a secular state and not a religious one. And we're not the first one to have such a federation. There's an example here. We have Austria, Belgium in 1993, Canada, Germany, Russia, and even Switzerland. And then we also have the term democracy, because people, we throw this word so loosely, we don't even apply it to ourselves. So democracy is the government of the people, by the people, for the people. And it allows people to make decisions on how they will be governed. It allows people to make decisions on how they will be governed and who will govern them. And as you can see, we have not experienced any of that in our country called Nigeria. So what is a constitution? A constitution is a social contract with terms and conditions. The constituents of this federation will decide on how they want to live together and how they want to be governed. The constitution is made by the people from the grassroots to the top. It is not made on behalf of the people like the one that we're experiencing currently in the country called Nigeria. And then what about the military degree that was imposed upon us? You know, any rule by degree is a style of governance that allows quick, unchallenged declaration of law by a single person or a group. Right, I think I'm jumping section here. Looks like I'm moving too fast. My sisters are telling me. So anyway, we did talk about the federation.
Oh, you're doing good. Sorry, you're doing good.
The democracy, we talked about the constitution as well. So like I mentioned earlier, the military decree was imposed upon us by the, what was it, 1999, Sister Ekwe?
Yeah, that because it's supposed to be Decree 24. That 1999 Constitution, with the so-called 1999 Constitution, is a military decree, and it's Decree 24.
So like I said earlier, it's used primarily by dictators, absolute monarchs, and military leaders. The rule by decree allows the rulers to arbitrarily edit law without approval by legislative assembly. So this is like a one-man business. And some people are calling it constitution, whereas it's a decree. So as you can see, according to definition, the decree means that it was decided by one person without the inclusion of the constituents. And then last but not least, we are going to mention this at the later part of the show, referendum, which is the way we are heading at the end of the day. With all these things that's been going on, with all the MNN Alliance and the LNC work that they've been putting together, all we're trying to do is to finally get us to, it will lead us to referendum. What is a referendum? A referendum allows people to vote in order to make a decision about a particular subject. For example, citizens voting to decide, if they can vote to decide if they will be part of a nation or not. It does not involve voting for a person, but it involves voting on a decision or a subject. And finally, it permits voters to express their wishes regarding any proposed policy or legislation using just a yes or no. So sometimes they use a ballot paper where you just mark, this is what I want and this is what I don't want. So these things are important terms for us to understand as we are getting ready for the referendum, taking down this constitution that is holding us hostage. Referendum is the end result that we are looking for to finally extricate every one of us from this cage that we have been in for the longest time. So thank you.
Thank you, Sister Mona. So in the days ahead, should I go on?
Yes, go ahead. I was trying to stop sharing the screen.
Okay, so in the days ahead, we say, what are we, like our people want to know. You say, what are you looking at in the days ahead? So we're saying in days ahead, we're going to have definitive plan to terminate this apartheid 1999 constitution. We have shown us that Nigeria is dead. You showed us how he died and how we're waiting for the burial. So, and the burial is constitutional force majeure. we're proposing a peaceful burial. We do not want anarchy. We do not want chaos. We do not want war. We want a peaceful burial of the dead Nigeria. And that is what constitutional force majeure is going to do. You see, no longer preservation, we're not going to continue to preserve this fraud. We have shown you that Nigeria is a fraud and is dead. We can't continue to preserve a dead and fraudulent nation. Transitional process, like in South Africa, 1990, is what we follow after the constitutional force majeure. Because again, we do not want anarchy. We want a peaceful resolution of this conflict, this sovereignty conflict. We want it to be resolved peacefully. So after constitutional force majeure, we have transition in place, transiting from dead Nigeria to viable nations. We look forward to those nations, the emergence of those beautiful nations. The federating blocs will decide at referendum to recommit or not to recommit, to opt out of this dispersed nation. They will have that right, and that's a human right, and that's part of the rights of the indigenous peoples.
Exactly.
To decide where to belong. It is not by force. You cannot continue to arrest us. You cannot continue to hold us hostage in a dead nation. Our children are dying every day. Shoot them, kill them, use knife, cut their heads. We can't continue this way. The nation is dead. We want, as a people, to be asked the question, and it's our right. We are demanding it. We should be asked, do you want to belong here or you don't want? It is our right, and we are not begging.
That's right.
Stamuna, I think you can play the other video for people to see that some people are moving ahead. We're not the ones saying it alone. We're not the only ones saying that Nigeria is dead and we want to take our children out of the dead nation. Some people are saying it ahead of us too.
Republic of Nigeria. Kò sí Nàìjíríà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà, Oòduà Republic, Oòduà Republic, wọ́n rántí, òun ni wọ́n fi dé wa lọ́wọ́. Gbogbo ẹ̀yọ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà tó wà níbikíbi, Germany, USA, Ireland, Korea, Spain, ní gbogbo àgbáyé pátápátá òpin ayé Australia. Ìdájà aṣọ kàgírí, October 1, 2020, à ń lọ sí National Stadium, akẹ́kẹ́nikẹ́ni ọkọ̀ kàbálẹ̀, kò ní sí wàhálà, kò ní sí kankan. Ẹni tó bá ní ká má gbàgbé, òun tọ̀ wọ́n máa gbàgbé tiẹ̀ náà lọ. Ẹni tó bá ní ká má gbàgbé, tí o bá ti sọ náà yá wa, tí o ṣe Yorùbá, èmi ọ̀gbọ́n kẹ́dúkọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀, ta ló gbọ́ kẹ́dúkọ̀ ọ̀dẹ̀? Ta ló gbọ́ lọ gbáná? Òun lè tẹ̀lé bí kí àwa, Àwùsá ní kọ̀ọ̀tù ìwà Nàìjíríà ní Yorùbá ò fi ọwọ́ ní kankan rárá. Yálà o, Tinubu gbà, Tinubu ọ̀gbà, àwa ò dìbò mọ́, àbí ìbò kankan mọ́. Ẹgbẹ́ àgbẹ̀bọ̀yà ló ń sọ, wọ́n ń gbẹ́nu, Bàbá wa, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Wọ́n ń gbẹnu ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ akin. Mo sì ń gbẹnu Alhaji Ahmed Ọlásùnkànmí Rájí. Olórí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà káàkiri. Wọ́n ń gbẹnu ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Àti gbogbo ọba alẹ́ Yorùbá pátápátá. Gbogbo àwọn aládéládé lóye tí wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Àwọn ni ẹgbẹ́ Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà àti ìdìbò àbẹ́ ìyàmá. Kí Yorùbá dájú, Káwúsá náà máa lọ, kí Ìgbò náà máa lọ láàyè ẹ̀. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá wá wà ní gbogbo àgbáyé pátá, ẹ fi ọkàn balẹ̀, ẹ sì wà ní ìṣọ̀kan, ẹ tì wá lẹ́yìn. Nígbà bá ní ìgbìyànjú lówó ti nà á, ẹ wá sílẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ̀yin náà wá túnlẹ̀ Yorùbá ṣe fúnra. Ẹ wá rẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́ ẹ fúnra ní àtọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀. Ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ di ọwọ́ ara wa tó kó ìgbà olóògbé. Oòduà Republic, wẹ̀wà, ẹ̀yọ kan ni wá, àtẹ̀lé ẹnìkẹ́kẹ́ kiri mọ́. Bóòlù Haúsá ṣe wá lọ kọ̀ntró wa láti ẹgbẹ́ ìdáàbò àtẹ àpò nígbà abẹ́rẹ́ ní àtẹ́mọ́. Àwọn ará wa kan tí wọ́n ń jẹ ìjẹkújẹ lábùjá, àwọn ni wọ́n fa gbogbo ilé ìfún wa, àdẹ̀kó wọn jẹ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ní nílẹ̀ Yíbò náà, kí Yíbò náà máa lọ́rùn rẹ̀ tó bá ti di òní jẹ́ńtẹ́.
All right, thank you. So I'm going to have Sister Augusta do a little bit explanation as to what is being said on this.
Yeah, Sister Muna. The video is about a group called the Agbekoya. I think they've been around since 1945 or thereabout. They've been around for a very, very long time. So, and these are the armed group of the Yoruba organization. So they are saying that they are no longer part of the Nigerian country. They don't want to be part anymore. That they are tired of being slaves to the Fulanese. They no longer want to be slaves to the Fulanese. That the Biafran people have gone with their flags. The Arawas have gone. The Oduduwas, they also want to leave. So they want to go. And with that, they want their people to gather on the 1st of October, 2020 at National Stadium in Lagos, so that they could, probably like a declaration that, hey, we no longer want to be part of this entrapment. They are tired. They said they have gotten to the level where they can no longer continue to be part of Nigeria. And they want people that would attend the rally on the 1st to be rest assured that nothing would happen to them. They want to, let their people know that. They said, Tinubu or no Tinubu, it doesn't matter. Tinubu has no say here because he is part and parcel of the people, enforcing that pain that is actually putting the pain on them. So, and I also want us to understand that the politicians that go to Abuja all the time to go and collect money on behalf of the people are not doing anything for the people. So they're no longer interested in Nigeria. They don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria. They are saying that they are Aaron Akakan for his Ghanaian Adams. I mean, they are saying they are praising him for what he has done so far. And there's another woman that they mentioned, so basically they are no longer part of this entrapment. They don't want to be part anymore. So they want everybody to join hands and come on the 1st of October at the National Stadium and move on. And they're also employing all Yorubas all over the world. If you have money, come and start cleaning the Yoruba land for the Yoruba people. And they're insisting that they have to do this now for themselves and for their children and for their children's children. Basically, in a nutshell, that's what they're saying. They're no longer part of the entrapment. All right, thanks, Simona.
So I'm going to have you finish reading the last section. Are you done with the last section? Oh, okay.
I'm done with the old section, so we can let people call in now.
All right. So we posted our phone number and the video, the password and the meeting ID number. So this is a time for people to call in.
Can we give them the take-home points?
At the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a time to come in and we prefer you actually have your name on your device. YouTube stopped one of our videos. They said that we are promoting Galaxy. And they sent me this long email because they saw Galaxy on a platform like this. So I don't know what they are doing, but they're making a big deal out of anything. If it has your name when you come on, I don't think that would have been a problem. So they'll stop that video from playing because we showed Galaxy on the platform to say we are promoting it. So Galaxy M11. So this is the time to call in our ID number. Meeting ID number is on our close to the topic. I guess I'll try to call it out. Is 987-346-0692, 987-346-0692, and the password is 003282, 003282. So this is the time to come in and give us your 2 cents. So Galaxy M11 is having a little bit of challenge. Been there for a while, still not logging in. So with all the things that we talked about, you know, we keep telling you guys that power belongs to the people, that if you don't stand up and get up for your rights, somebody will continue to trample upon them. And there's nothing you can do. It's people that will get together and say, enough is enough. I can no longer tolerate this. Look at the little country called, or is it Belarus? I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's somewhere in Europe, close to Germany. They had a dictator that was in place for 26 years, and he rigged the election and won, and people took to the streets. So now EU now is involved. Of course, they're involved because it's white people that are protesting. So, but the point that I'm trying to make is that if you don't stand up and start questioning and pushing back, these people will come and actually stuff it down your throat. And the good thing about all of them is that they have amassed so much money that any barakatam they will run. So it wouldn't even be a long fight. They are waiting for us to react. They're waiting for us to take to the street. They're waiting for us to say we can no longer take this. We're waiting for us to say enough is enough. They have packed their stuff somewhere. You guys have heard the many, many stories of millions of dollars found in their houses, in their fish farm, in their backyard, even cars parked everywhere. So they have amassed enough weight to run away from the country. But as long as we remain docile and not making any move and not standing up for our rights, they will be like, you know, no dictator will say, oh, I have done enough damage, let me stop. They will never say that. So let's gear up for this referendum coming up, the constitutional force majeure. You know, do what you gotta do. Do not wait for any politician because they are benefiting. They're benefiting. I told you guys, Obiano's daughter has a house by the medical center already paid for, almost $500,000. God knows which other ones that they have. So while we are waiting, please mute your device when you call, and that would be very nice. So thank you. So please, we really have to understand now that the ball is in our court. The ball is in our court. It's about time that we've spent a lot of time trying to educate our people, because sometimes we're coming from a place of ignorance and we think we will understand what the issues are. We went ahead to read you guys the indigenous people's rights. When you go through these legal processes, what we are doing now, the LNC and its MNN Alliance is working towards that. So we have come to a stage now where we have to do our part. This is the time that individual citizens will be part of it, because a lot of people are asking for the longest time, hey, what have you guys been doing? They have done the groundwork. The constitutional force majeure is where we are going to have our citizens partake in what is being done. So please keep your eyes open, keep your nose open, you know, shine your eyes, stop playing victim. Let's rise up and do this for our children and children to come. Caller, Dr. Pussy, please. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, good afternoon. It's afternoon in the UK. I'm calling from London. Oh, Augusta, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Finally.
Finally, we got to meet. Thank you. So, thank you. And everyone is doing a wonderful job here. I will just talk for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then I will go back to my work. Now, every group, they're doing the right thing now. I remember I think it was last week when Tony Nadi talked about constitutional force majeure. It was very, very clear how to go about this. And I think we've reached that situation now. We've reached that point now. And all the group, I mean, the Agbekoya thing that you played the other time was clear. They said, look, there is no longer going to be any election in Yoruba land. That is the position. And, all the groups are, gone in for that. So that's what we mean by constitutional force majeure. So it's up to each group to enforce that. Now, and also he talked about the fact that what makes a federation is the fact that it is a conglomeration of constitutions. Well, I'm not a lawyer, I'm a chartered accountant, but this is very clear that on 8th August 1957, Western Nigeria had its own constitution. And I believe that before 1915, I'm not sure of the date, Eastern region the same. 1962, Midwest also had their own constitution, and we had the 1963 constitution. So it's a conglomeration of constitutions. But now what we've had over the last 50 years or so is an attempt to forcefully unify people who have dissimilar kind of civilization. So we've had Land Use Act, which is being enforced, which is akin to what has been practiced in the north being imposed on us in the south. We've had our own traditions. We used to have House of Chiefs in the West and so on. So all this, it has taken so long because people do ask us, especially the young ones, that, okay, what have we been looking at? Okay, why did it take us so long for us to reach this point? Now, the truth is that we've had a very long period of military rule whereby people are being forced. They're forcing us to say, well, we have one Nigeria and so on and so forth. So we have now reached that situation whereby we need to determine where we're going from here. So, and it's a very nice thing that you are enlightening the public. Especially, I enjoyed what Augusta did. I think it was last week or so, where you broke down the journey so far. You broke it down in local parlance that people would understand. God bless you for that. Okay. So as an academic, well, I do my part to enlighten my people. Mm-hmm. And the fact that the economy is very, very bad now has made people to know that, look, they've reached cul-de-sac. There's no other place to go. But their own life is in their own hands. I think it was this morning I was reading that students in the East are now claiming to come from Kano and all these places to get admission into. I mean, it has gotten so bad. So it has reached a situation where their own future, is now at stake. So, so it has become inevitable now that we have to take our own destinies in our own hands. So that's my own contribution, Augusta. Thank you so much for.
Thank you, Dr. Tubosun. Correct? Tubosun.
Yeah. Tubosun.
Tubosun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.